Hello friends and my dear students. So as in the last session we have discussed about the formulas related to the helical gear design and what are the force analysis. Okay. So we stopped here at this example of helical gear. As you can see, a pair of parallel helical gear consists of 20 teeth pinion messing with 100 teeth gears. The pinion rotates at 720 rpm. Okay, means the number of teeth for the pinion and gears are given. Then the pinion rotates at 720 rpm means your n or number of revolution for the pinion is given, and the number of pressure angle, the normal pressure angle is 20 degree, means alpha n is 20 degree is given. As you know that teeth are given for the both the gears and one speed is given, so with the help of speed ratio calculation you can calculate the value of another remaining number of speed of the gear. Okay, while the helix angle psi is equals to 25 degree, the phase width is 40 mm and the normal module is 4 and mn. Okay, note this thing, man, this is normal module, not your simple module m. Okay, this is mn. The pinion as well as the gear is made of steel 40C8 SUT 600 Newton per mm square, means your pinion and gear both are made of same material which is given, and the SUT of that particular material is also given. The heat treated to a surface hardness of 300 bhn. The service factor and the factor of safety is 1.5 which is given, means hardness number, pinion hardness number is also given, and service factor and factor of safety. Service factor is 1.5 and factor of safety is 2. Assume that the velocity factor accounts for the dynamic load and calculate the power transmission capacity of the gear. So as NP is given, ZP is given, means number of teeth for the gear, ZG number of teeth for the pinion gear, it is 100. And MN normal module is given, phase bit given, helix angle, normal pressure angle, then SUT for that material, BHN is 300 and CS is 1.5, as well as factor of safety is given as 2. Since both the gears are made up of same material, so pinion will be weaker. This thing you have to keep in your notes, that when both the materials are made up of same material, then pinion will always be the weaker than the gear. Otherwise, if it is not given, both the materials are different for the gear and pinion, then you have to first select that which you are going for the designing of which kind of gear. For that, you just go to the particular factor which is alpha b multiplied by y, which is Lewis form factor, which is whatever gear is having the less value of that particular factor, that value that particular gear should be designed for the further calculations. Okay, now step 1 what they did is beam strength calculation, where zp dash is your number of virtual teeth, which is equals to zpy cos cube psi 20 divided by cos cube 25. Now 26.87 it came. Okay, now with the help of this virtual number of teeth you can calculate the value of your Lewis form factor as with the help of this formula and from this table. Just refer this particular table or go to your design data book so that you can fetch up this particular formula. After putting the value of ZP dash at respective places, you can calculate the value of Y, which is Lewis form factor. Now what you have to do is just calculate the value of other parameter, which is beam strength. For that, sigma b is SUT by 3, which is already given. SUT is given, so you can calculate this value and you can calculate the value of beam strength with the help of this particular formula. As Mn is given, B is given, sigma b you have calculated, and by you have calculated with the help of design data book or this particular table. Now you have to calculate the bear strength. Why you are calculating the bear strength as well? Because whatever will be the lower, like bear strength and beam strength, whatever will be the lower, that will be the criteria for the failure. Okay, so for this bear strength, it is bq dpk divided by cos square psi. B is phase width, it is given. Q you have to calculate, dp you have to calculate, and the value of k you have to calculate. The value of k is 0.16 bhn by 100 whole square. Bhn is given, so easily you can calculate the value of k. dp is zp mn divided by cos psi. Zp is number of teeth, not virtual. This is actual number of teeth of the pinion, which is 20. Mn is given, and cos psi you can keep it. Value of psi is given, means helix angle is given as 25. You have to keep it and calculate the value of dp, which is your pitch circle diameter of the pinion. Now q, the factor q is 2zg divided by zg plus zp. If it is of internal gear, then you can keep this ZG minus ZP here in this particular calculation, as you have seen before as well. So this Q you will calculate, Q is known now, DP you have calculated, K is known now. So all the factors are known. Then you can calculate the value of wear strength, which is 10318.58, while it is 11120. Means since wear strength is lower than the beam strength, that's why pitting or wearing is the criteria for the failure. Now you have to calculate or equate this wearing formula with this particular formula, which is CSPT factor of safety divided by CV. Okay, why you are calculating this value? Because here you will get this factor PT. Okay, why you are calculating PT here? Let me just recall it. Because in the question they have asked you to calculate the value of what? Power transmission. So for the power transmission you have to know, because power is totally dependent on the torque transmitted. Okay, so if you are able to calculate the value of torque transmitted with the help of torque transmitted, you can calculate the value of power. Okay, but for calculation of torque you should know the value of load, tangential load. So that's why you are calculating the tangential load with the help of this beam strength formula. Okay, so for this calculation what we have done, we equated this particular formula. Beam strength, wear strength is equals to CSPT FOS by CV. CS is known, which is your service factor. CV you have to calculate. PT you are unknown, which you are going to be getting with the help of this equation. Wear strength you have already calculated here, which is 10318. Factor of safety is known to you. So only one thing is remaining, which is CV. CV, for this CV, for the helical gears, you know that there is only one formula, which is 5.6 divided by 5.6 plus under root V. Now here is only V is unknown. V is pitch line velocity, which is pi dpn. Okay, pi dn. With the help of this pi dn you can calculate the value of V. You will get it like 3.32 meter per second. CV you can calculate 5.6 divided by 5.6 plus under root V. So in this way you can calculate the value of CV here. Now you have to keep the value CV in this particular formula. You know the value of CS, which is given in the numerical. PT is unknown. A factor of safety is given in the numerical. SW you have already calculated here. So with the help of this you are able to calculate the value of PT. Now power transmitting capacity of the gears. This is the last step, or which is the final step of this numerical is. For MT, you know that if you will multiply radius or pitch circle radius with the tangential load, then you will get the value of torque transmitted. So PT into dP by 2. dP is known to you, which you have already calculated in the step number 2, as you can see here, 88.27. You have to keep it here. PT you have calculated in the step 3, which is tangential load. You have to keep these two values and you are able to calculate the value of torque transmitted, which is 114505.39 Newton m. Okay. Now if you know the value of torque, then 2 pi n is number of revolutions multiplied with the torque. In this way you can calculate the value of your power, which is in the kilowatt. That's why they have divided it 10 by 10 to the power 6 and 60, because you are just keeping the value of n in RPM here, which is 720 directly. Okay, so which is given in the numerical as well. So in this way you are getting it 8.63 kilowatt power. This gears will transmit, the transmission capacity of these gears will be 8.63 kilowatt. Okay, so in this way you can easily solve the numerical with the help of design data book and the given data given in the numerical. Okay, so try to follow this particular step-wise formula for the calculation of these particular gears. Okay, in the next questions you can see here, you can also refer your university exams questions, like a pair of parallel helical gears consist of 24 teeth pinion rotating at 5000 rpm, means 24 number of teeth are given, rpm is given, means np means for the pinion is given, and supplying 25 kilowatt power is given. It is just a reverse question of this particular numerical whatever we have discussed here, and the speed reduction ratio is given, so you can easily calculate the value of other joining gear to the pinion, that revolution, number of revolutions you can calculate in a minute. Okay, and similarly you can calculate the number of teeth as well. The normal pressure angle and helix angle are 20 degree and 23 degree. Okay, means alpha n is given and psi is given. Both gears are made up of same material, means you have to design it for the pinion only. The The service factor and factor of safety is 1.5 and 2 means CS value is 1.5, factor of safety is 2. The gears are finished to meet the accuracy grade of 4. Okay, now they are just asking it in the separate parts. One by one you have to treat it and go to solve this numerical by your own. I'm just referring and showing you the answers as well. You can go through it. If you have any kind of doubt, you can ask. Okay, in the next session we will try to come up with some other topic like bevel gear designing. Thank you so much for your patience hearing. If you have still any doubt, do comment in the comment box of this video, and we will try to come up with the upcoming video of bevel gear designing. And do subscribe Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such updates about different branches of engineering like mechanical, electrical, civil and computer science engineering. Thank you so much.